Tropical cyclones are some of the most destructive storms on the planet. Winds can reach well over 150 miles per hour in these storms. But what exactly is a tropical cyclone? Well, first let's discuss how tropical cyclones are named based on the geographical region where they develop. Hurricanes form in the North Atlantic and the Eastern and Central North Pacific Oceans. Cyclones develop in the Western Indian and South Pacific Oceans. Typhoons form in the Western North Pacific Ocean. Also, tropical cyclones spin counterclockwise in the Northern Hemisphere and clockwise in the Southern Hemisphere. Now, let's dive deeper into what a tropical cyclone really is. Thunderstorms begin to develop and slowly strengthen over warm ocean waters. Over time, these thunderstorms organize into a much more powerful storm system as a low-level circulation develops. In order for these thunderstorms to even organize, ocean waters need to be at least 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 26 degrees Celsius. Once an area of thunderstorms develop, upper level winds need to be weak, otherwise the winds will tear the storm apart. Dry air must also stay out of the low level circulation or the storm will quickly weaken. The Coriolis effect helps tropical cyclones form in the first place. This also means development is highly unlikely near the equator due to the lack of Coriolis force. Ultimately, land interaction will always weaken a tropical cyclone. Now with that in mind, let's take a look at the Saffir-Simpson scale for tropical cyclones. Tropical storms have pressures above 979 millibars and wind speeds below 74 miles per hour. A Category 1 hurricane, the weakest out of all the categories, has a minimum pressure of 979 millibars and wind speeds between 74 and 95 miles per hour. A Category 5 hurricane, the strongest out of all the categories, can have a pressure below 920 millibars and wind speeds over 155 miles per hour. Now, let's take a closer look at the anatomy of a strong tropical cyclone. The eye is at the center where the calmest conditions are found. The eye wall surrounds the eye and is typically where the strongest winds and heaviest rainfall occur. Throughout the storm, rain bands spiral outward, often bringing strong winds and heavy rain. Tornadoes can definitely occur within a tropical cyclone, but they are most common in the outer rain bands, usually 50 or more miles away from the eye. A great example of this was when Hurricane Milton headed toward Florida on October 9th, 2024. A total of 45 tornadoes occurred, 3 of which were rated EF3. Once the storm makes landfall, the wind field usually expands, while the low-level jet remains strong, increasing the risk of tornadoes. In addition to strong winds, heavy rain can also cause storm surge and flooding, especially if the storm is moving slowly. Hurricane Ian in September 2022 delivered over 20 inches of rain in some areas of central Florida. Storm surge was also a major issue with 10 to 15 feet recorded at Fort Myers Beach. Properly preparing for these storms can be difficult, but it can be life-saving. Tropical cyclones cause havoc year after year and some of the most fascinating phenomena on the planet. Thanks for watching.